Hello everybody, this is Dr. AUSTINBLANCHON, chiropractic physician who's going to be reacting to the Dr. Andrew Huberman video with neurosurgeon Dr. Gary Steinberg. This video is called How to Improve Brain Health and Offset Neurodegeneration. This particular aspect of the video, they're going to be talking about chiropractic neck adjustments and the potential risk with that. So I'm a chiropractor and I wanted to intervene and talk about this extremely beneficial video that these two doctors are discussing. Now this video is around 1 hour and 1 minute and 30 seconds. So let's get to it.
I'm going to tell a horror story, but not, I want to repeat, not to demonize chiropractors. Here's the positive story. I had a back thing that my back hurt and I wasn't sure what I needed to do. And a chiropractor gave me some exercises to do that essentially were like the up dog movement in yoga that my understanding is it helped the disc bulge kind of work its way back into the spinal column, and it worked terrifically well.
So now what Andrew Huberman was experiencing was some discogenic pain. This is pain that is generating from the disc in between the bones of the spine. This exercise technique is called the Mackenzie press-up, which Mackenzie press-up technique is trained by physical therapists and chiropractors typically, and this is going to help with his disc herniation, where the disc was herniating posteriorly towards his back, and the exercise of extending the spine, like the upward dog pose in yoga, is going to be pushing that disc anteriorly away from where it is herniating into the back. This exercise for Dr. Andrew Huberman was very beneficial and is a good exercise that can be useful for certain patients with some sorts of disc herniations.
Took no medication, I required no surgery, and I eventually learned to correct some imbalances that have led me to not have that issue again. It was really remarkable, and this chiropractor essentially saved me from surgery, and I'm forever grateful. So I think there are excellent chiropractors out there. But when I was a postdoc living in San Francisco, I had a roommate. I believe she was a neurology resident, and she came back from the clinic at UCSF, and she told me this story that a patient had come in who was experiencing some hemiparalysis of the face. That patient, I believe it was a young woman, had gone for a neck adjustment or head adjustment at a chiropractor.
She ended up with a dissection of her artery.
Right, and something had happened, and she had essentially a stroke.
Yes.
And
so what they're going to be talking about is the hemiparesis, the paresis for weakening, hemi for half. So this person had a hemiparesis from a potential arterial dissection issue from getting their neck adjusted in a twisting fashion, just as you see there. That has a potential risk, even though it's very rare, to hurt your arteries in your neck, particularly the vertebral artery, which you will see here. That artery is not very large and goes through the holes of the bone called foramen. Now, when you're moving the joint, there is a potential risk that that bone is going to be pushing into the walls of the artery. The walls of the artery are going to be affected, and potentially a blood clot is going to form. This can affect certain regions of the brain and cause an ischemic attack, which means lack of circulation, lack of oxygen, and can cause damage to a brain region, and that brain region has effects on the rest of the body. This is tragic. This is not only found in seeing a chiropractor when they work on your neck, because chiropractic adjustments are a huge wide array of what's actually going on. Not all chiropractors just grab the neck and twist it just like that. There's many more gentle techniques that individuals can see a chiropractor for. For example, for myself, I rarely adjust people's neck in a twisting, popping fashion. I have more gentle techniques that I believe are very powerful. But I will sometimes, when I think it's necessary, adjust the neck with a twisting and popping sensation to relieve joint stiffness and joint pain, and it has been very powerful. I myself have never hurt any patients. I've never known any chiropractors that have, but I've seen and I've heard videos online in the news where some people have gone to a chiropractor and they've had injuries, and that is not good. So this video is very beneficial as it's informing us as the consumers about the potential risk with seeing a chiropractor when they are working on your neck.
And so I share both these stories to make very clear that I have nothing against chiropractors, but I think like any health practitioners, they come in a range of talents. And this was really, like, for me, an alarm. And I decided at that point I would never allow a chiropractor to adjust my neck. I said, okay, you can make adjustments to my back. You can give me suggestions about exercises to do. But how common are these? You said it's a hemidissection?
It's a dissection of an artery, either the vertebral artery in the back or the carotid artery up closer in the front.
So no cutting when you say dissection. They're basically making an adjustment.
Well, what happens is, and I agree with, we're on the same page. I recommend patients, if they're going to have chiropractic, not to have manipulation of their neck, because that's what occurs. It's not common, but I see it. We see it.
So this person is a neurosurgeon, so they're going to be seeing some of these severe adverse effects of people with neurological issues that's not solely related to chiropractic neck adjustments. You can imagine any kind of trauma to your head and your neck, falling off of a roof, a motor vehicle accident, a motorbike accident. Any of those can obviously cause a ton of force onto the neck. And you can imagine, if you've seen chiropractic neck adjusting videos, you can tell that for the most part, it's pretty gentle. So your arteries can have issues with trauma. So it's not just associated with getting your neck twisted and popped. You do need to be careful with seeing a chiropractor. As they were talking, it's not common, but they have seen it. What you need to do when you're seeing a chiropractor is you need to speak up to them. You need to build trust with them. If you are timid and scared about getting your neck adjusted, twisting and popped, then you need to tell them that I want you to do other pain relieving techniques that does not involve you twisting and popping my neck. I wish you would do some modalities, some soft tissue techniques, and massage. The chiropractor should listen to you and know what to do.
What happens is the artery is damaged. The manipulation of moving the bone and the soft tissues causes a tear in the wall of the artery. And what occurs, interestingly, is that the blood that's usually in the space, the lumen, the middle of the artery, gets into the wall and causes a false lumen, a false passage. And that blood in the wall pushes part of the wall into the main artery, obstructing flow and sometimes causing a clot to form that can be dislodged and go up to the brain.
Yikes. So, and there's no way to know whether or not this is going to happen.
No, that's why I recommend not having neck manipulation by a chiropractor. Even if it's rare, it's so devastating when it occurs that personally I would avoid that.
It's definitely very devastating. Anything that's involving any part of your body, but specifically your nervous system, because your brain controls so many parts of your body and your spinal cord, it is very devastating. So nobody wants to see anybody experience this. Chiropractors are trying to help you. Chiropractors are excellent primary care spine providers. People with conservative care back pain, where it's not extremely debilitating, where you can't even walk, chiropractors are a great person to go to. Now, it might take you 1 to 3 different chiropractors that you feel are very skilled and trustworthy and that are, nearby your location, wherever you're living. So I recommend you explore. You don't be afraid to tell the chiropractor that you do not want them that neck twisting and popping adjustments until you've built trust, until you absolutely feel like it's necessary. What I'm going to be doing in this video and other videos is teaching you what to look out for with chiropractors, how you can be safe and effective with chiropractors, and giving your chiropractor examples of techniques that I believe are more safe and effective than just the twisting and popping adjustments. I rarely do that, and I have found other techniques such as gentle traction to help alleviate neck discomfort, neck stiffness, neck compression from being on a computer a lot, or any other traumas where you had a forceful event happen to your head and your neck and you need gentle techniques to help alleviate some of that force that was put on your neck. I will be teaching you that, and I'll be showing you examples of what I've done with my patients and that I've had amazing success with in a very safe and gentle manner. I've never hurt any of my patients, I have only helped them. Now, when they're saying I don't necessarily agree with, but of course I'm a chiropractor, saying that still patients will benefit from getting their neck adjusted where it's the twisting and you might hear a popping sensation. That still is effective and still can be done in a gentle manner. It is not always going to tear or dissect part of your vertebral artery. It is not always going to happen. It is rare. But you do need to be informed, so I'm glad these two doctors are talking about it on a very well-known platform. It's very, very, very useful. Don't let this scare you, but let this be informed.
Yes, I tell the chiropractor, stay away from anything above the shoulders, please. And then the back work has been beneficial. Again, these exercises, perhaps the most beneficial thing about it. As long as we're there, I realize it's a bit of a niche condition, but what about hanging upside down? I had one of these inversion tables. I really enjoyed that thing.
Now, I do recommend these inversion tables with lots of patients. And you can imagine, there's so many different other medical modalities that are also pretty forceful on the neck. He is going to be talking about the use of inversion tables, if they're going to be safe, if they're effective. I just want to give you an information. Your body is more resilient than you think it is. You are not extremely fragile as a whole being. Your body can take so much stuff, so much stretching, so much force, etc., that you don't need to be afraid. But your spine definitely needs to be decompressed on a consistent basis. That's the most common thing that I do, is I try to decompress people's spine, because we sit down and we're compressed like this and things in life happen. You fall down, you have other traumas that just compress your body. You need to have it decompressed. A chiropractor will decompress your spine. A physical therapist will probably decompress your spine. A massage therapist will decompress your spine. Yoga will decompress your spine. These inversion tables will decompress your spine. You just need to be safe and effective with it, and you need to do it a little bit every single day. It has a huge compounding effect that will greatly benefit your body. Now, this is Dr. Draustinblanchon. I'm a chiropractic physician licensed in California and Hawaii, trying to help you guys on the internet and in person help take care of your health. This has been a great video. Dr. Andrew Huberman has great stuff. This neurosurgeon is excellent as well. Now, I hope you guys are very informed in this video, and I'm looking forward to seeing you guys in future videos where I, as a chiropractor, am going to discuss other health modalities such as exercises and other techniques that you can do on your own to help alleviate your aches and your pains. If you guys like this video, please like this, and you can comment for any sort of specific videos that you want to see, and I will see you in my website, which is called draustinblanchon.com, where I have more blogs about how to eat healthy, more exercise examples about how to get in great shape and stay pain-free. And I'll see you there.